Brett, back with the details this week. The Chiefs faced the Texans defense that was number one in the NFL according to a lot of measures, but the Chiefs knew what was coming with some man coverage and used a different way to beat that this week. Use some of their backs out of the backfield.
Yeah, and they're able to get Samaje Perine wide open a couple times for some big plays. This first one we're going to look at, I believe, was right before half. And this is a mesh return concept, or also called piano, according to the Honest NFL account on Twitter, which is a great follow. Spent a lot of time working with Andy Reid and when he was in Philadelphia, and really puts out a lot of great content, which kind of helps, just people that are not inside the building really understand the different calls and things like that. So he actually tweeted this out here. So you get a man zone indicator here. Noah Gray coming across in motion. Defender travels with him. So now you've got a 2x2 set there and man coverage.
Yeah, there's so many cool details. So you just talked about this, the mesh return. So this is the route that they talked about, and Honest NFL talks about, and we're not going to see both guys do this. You can watch Xavier Worthy. He's going to run his mesh return route very nicely, but actually what frees up this play is somebody doing not the mesh return, and we've seen this so much from Travis Kelce over the years.
And it just, is in the NFL, you get 1 yard basically before you're called for offensive pass interference. So for him to know in this situation that this linebacker is covering the back man, and he's right there on the line of scrimmage. You can see the side judge right there on the 35-yard line, and he pretty much just blocks him. He knows, according to the coverage structure, that this linebacker is responsible for covering the back, and what it looks like is a pin block. If they're running, some sort of pin and pull sweep, he blocks him, and it opens up Perine wide open on what you call a rail route.
Yeah. So, as this thing plays, it's really great because, again, here you have Xavier Worthy running the perfect mesh return like he's supposed to. Travis Kelce is supposed to do that and come up here. Instead, he's just blocking this dude. And watch the reaction from Kelce here. He knows he opened up the play.
Right, and it reminds me so much of that Super Bowl touchdown to MVS, where he just understands the coverage in real time, understands the entire concept, and knows somebody's going to be wide open based on what he sees.
Yeah, once this guy comes down the line of scrimmage, again, Travis Kelce always paying attention. He says, I'm just going to block this dude. Forget my route. I'm going to block this dude. He's the one that opens up this play. And when you're watching real time, you're like, how do they get these guys so wide open? How does this happen? This time it happened because of Travis Kelce. All right, one later in the game, Brett, this is a third down, a crucial one. And again, the Chiefs are making life hell on these defenders that are trying to play man defense against the Chiefs running backs.
So, yeah, you've got a trips bunch set, a wider bunch, and you're going to get the number 2 and number 3 receiver. The two most inside receivers are going to run routes that are in breaking across the ball, looking to create traffic. Kelce's going to run believe up top, a corner route. And then Hollywood Brown, who's the number 1 receiver down here, is going to run a corner and kind of convert that to an out based on the corner leverage and the coverage. And what you're going to get is Perine is going to go through the line of scrimmage. That traffic is going to make it very difficult for this defender who's over the top of him to be able to close that space and cover him.
Yeah, and actually, I read it wrong earlier. This is DeAndre Hopkins at the bottom of the screen.
Gotcha.
Too many guys with long hair play for the Chiefs, a little bit more different than what it was before. But again, this is the main thing to watch. Watch this guy in coverage. The Chiefs, once they see it's man, once they know it's man, watch how difficult they make life on this guy to try to come out and cover across the line of scrimmage. This is a great call from Andy Reid, and this is where they put defenders really in a bind.
Right. So as you can see, the defender over him is playing at depth, so he's got a little bit better chance to avoid a true pick situation like they did last snap, but he still has a lot of space to close there, as we can see right there at that point that he's having to trail hard just to get there, and this traffic makes it even more difficult. Yeah, and then the out route by Hopkins is able to clear that corner and pull him to the sideline, and what you're going to get is a lot of space between the numbers and the hash.
There it is. And again, all that traffic, he's trying his hardest, but he ends up on the ground. He wouldn't have stopped Perine for the first down anyway. But again, just another example of the Chiefs making things very difficult on guys. And when it's coming to man coverage, the Chiefs are now using a different weapon, and they're using that running back out of the backfield. So, Brett, tell me about these two plays and kind of how the Chiefs scheme this thing up. Again, a little bit of planning, a little bit of nuance, and a little bit of some Hall of Fame players making Hall of Fame plays.
Yeah, no, that's pretty much, what we see is they're understanding the weaknesses of man coverage, and linebackers, safeties having to get through traffic in order to cover backs out of the backfield is extremely hard for the defense. So they're using the tendencies they have on the Texans are on defenses to be able to dial up these man beaters in situations and get explosive plays.